Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Rachel and I am sitting in Turn of the Century Antiques, which is a small family-owned doll shop out here in Denver, Colorado, right in the middle of Denver, Colorado. I don't know why I find that funny sometimes, because I always feel like doll shops should be, I don't know where they should be. That's not the intro I wanted to have for this, but my mother opened this doll shop over 40 years ago, and she was born in Denver, Colorado. And we are here in Denver, Colorado. So it's actually just the perfect place to have started one, which is pretty cool. Long story short, it was my mom's dream to have her own doll shop. She had a smaller one that she shared with a partner who was actually not a very nice person at all. And she was trying to get out of that situation and have her own shop. And when this one came up for sale, they were asking way more money than my mom had or my dad had. My mom did buy it with her own business, with her own money, but it was a lot of money. And my dad encouraged her just to make an offer, because it was a bank-owned property, just to make an offer, just to see. And they took it. And then through blood, sweat, and tears, she renovated it, and with my dad a lot, and with my brothers, and even Stanley. I have pictures of that renovation, actually. I'll put them in the video where you can see a couple of the old Polaroids where they were in here putting this place together and turning it into a doll shop of dreams. So that is where we are sitting today. Sometimes I walk in and it is just remarkable now that my mom is in heaven. The 5-year anniversary of her passing is coming up on April 23rd, which is just unbelievable to me that much time has passed. And then it also feels like it just happened yesterday. But I never quit coming to work, which is just unbelievable and amazing to me. I know my mom is just so proud that we are still a doll shop, that I was able to, with my wonderful team, withstand all of the changes and everything, and find a path forward and continue to create and do it every day. I do not take it for granted that this is my job and that I get to come here and do dolls and be in this calm, wonderful, beautiful, big space that we get to share with so much of the world, and share the love of dolls and doll collecting and connect with you. So that was a very long intro, but we're all friends here, and it is always fun to chat about stuff and to talk about the details and the why and all the layers of what you see. And especially if you're new here and you maybe didn't know that this shop is family owned, and here we are. So with Holland Diane, my little daughter, we're coming up on a 3-generation doll shop. So that's very, very, very cool. But it's been about 4 weeks-ish since we did our last chat, and I wanted to chat with you again. I don't want so much time to go by between our chats, because I feel like there's always a lot to catch up on, and it's just really nice to chat with each other and to have that connection and that form of getting together and chatting with each other and talking about what's happening, big or small. And so in our last video, I shared with you that I had just started the Invisalign, which I have them in right now, but I don't have in the rubber bands, because that is just crossing the line for trying to film a YouTube video with the rubber bands in my mouth. It really does impact my speech a little bit, the rubber bands do. Most of the day it doesn't really make a difference, or doesn't impact me too much. It's not a big deal, because I don't talk to a lot of people, and the people that I do, it doesn't matter. But on a YouTube video where I'm talking to you right now, that's no fun. I have a little bit of a lisp still, but unless you know me extremely well and we talk all day long, you're not going to notice, really, hopefully. And if you do, that's fine. That's why I have it. But I'm getting a lot better at it. So when we last chatted with each other, I had just started, and now I am in my 4th week of trays. I will say the biggest thing, which I did not share with you in the last video, but the biggest reason why I'm actually happy to have them is because I've always had a nervous tick, I guess you could say, or a nervous habit and I've had this my entire life, and even when I was a little child, I remember it was just, my mom was just always so worried and trying to get me to stop, but I would sometimes bite the inside of my mouth, which is very common. People biting their lip, biting the side of their mouth. It's just a thing. And I did it a lot as a child, and then I stopped for a really long time. And then I started again when my mom got Alzheimer's, and I never stopped. And what would happen is I would start to do it and I wouldn't even notice I was doing it until after I had kind of done some damage. And because I wouldn't even feel it, it was like a nervous energy thing. It's when people, they do all sorts of things to help with anxiety and stress, like pulling their hair or scratching or just there's smoking. I mean, there's so many things that we do to try and alleviate stress. I didn't do it for so long in my 20s. And then it started again when my mom got Alzheimer's. And then through all of that, I just found myself doing it more and more. But anyway, I'm telling you all of this because this has been it's been one of the things just about myself that that I just wish would go away, that I just wish I could stop. And there's certain things that somebody might be watching, or somebody that's just like black and white about everything, you would say, well, just stop. Well, sometimes I can just stop, but most of the time I can't just stop, because if I get what my body perceives or my nervous system perceives as something really stressful, an email or bad news, or oh gosh, all kinds of things. Sometimes they don't even make sense. Sometimes stress and anxiety sometimes doesn't even make sense. Sometimes you have stress about and anxiety about things, anxiety of things that aren't even, don't make, you wouldn't think you'd have anxiety over. Like, I don't know, it pops up for me a lot. It's gotten so much better in the last several months for me. I had a lot over the summer, just with different related things and different deadlines and things that I was really working towards and excited about and wanted to do, but it still just it overpowered me at times. It was a lot, and it was really, really hard. And when your stress gets really bad, at least for me, sometimes you can't eat. I would eat like bars that had a lot of calories so I could get in enough calories, but I couldn't just like sit down and enjoy a meal. And anyway, I ended up really working on that over the summer. But one of the things, this is a really long-winded way to share with you, that I have been really glad to have these Invisaligns over my teeth, because I can't bite my mouth. Like, even if I try, like if I try to bite my lip out of the nervous energy, the nervous tick or whatever, I do it, I can't do it because it's covered up by this plastic. And so I don't get anywhere, like nothing happens. Like, I try, but nothing happens. And it has been such a relief. Like, the moment I put them on, I knew that there was a deeper reason why I had these. Like, it wasn't just my bite, it wasn't just the overcrowding, it wasn't just the dental issues. I have been struggling with this for a long time. And as soon as I put them on, I just thought, you know what? Thank the Lord, because this is the intervention that I needed to not to break the habit, but also to kind of dig deeper and really work on a lot of the reasons why I start to do it. And so when I start to do it and I immediately can't, then I can switch my brain into, okay, what is happening around me? What is this? What is the trigger? What is that? And let's think of other things to help deal with that, such as breathing exercises and mindfulness and making sure I have enough water and drinking electrolytes and different kinds of things. And it's kept me very mindful of it. So I can't just start to do it and then I realize it later. Like, if I start to do it, I don't get anywhere. So that has been so cool for me, such a personal breakthrough. And then if I have them off, like if I'm eating or something and I start to do it now, it feels really weird to do it. Like, hey, I haven't done this in a really long time. That feels weird. That doesn't feel good. Instead of something that was like helping soothe me, now it's turned into something that immediately, the few times I've done it, like my brain goes to, oh, that's not good. We don't like that. And so if nothing else, then what the reason I have these for, if nothing else, to help me with that has been just a game changer for me. And this might feel like very strange that I'm talking about this right now, but why not? Why not? We all have our stuff, right? We all have our stuff we're working on and the stuff we're doing. And for me, this has been like a big thing, because it's just been one of those things that has been sort of an undercurrent since my mom got her Alzheimer's. So I've been dealing with it again since 2017, after like 15 years of really not doing it very much. That has been really, really good. So short story long, the Invisaligns have been a blessing in many ways. And a lot of you shared with me some tips and some stories of how you got them in age 50, 60. I had somebody write in and say they got them in their 70s and they were just so glad they did it. So I know from the community feedback and from everything that you've shared with me that I've made a good choice and that this was a good idea, but if only to help me with my coping, my bad coping with stress and anxiety, that it's helping. So overall, I'm just really blessed and happy that it's working and that it's helping me in other ways. And sometimes things just work out that way, where it's like, it may have been for one thing, but then it turns into something else, or you meet somebody else, or the job turns into something so much more, or closing a door turns into something that turns into such a bigger blessing. So I had no idea when I started this journey that would be another thing that it would help me with, and it's been so good. So there, I just shared with you one of my deep dark secrets is that I like to used to bite my mouth during stressful times, and now I can't do it, and it is the biggest relief that I've had in a really long time. But I'd love to know how you're doing and what is going on. I wrote down a couple of things because I just wanted to chat and catch up with you a little bit. So the biggest thing that after I just talked about my Invisaligns for 10 minutes, the biggest thing for the doll shop news is that over the last week, I have been really working with a wonderful professional to help revamp the Virtual Doll Convention website. So when you go to our website now, it makes a lot more sense. I feel like unless you've been with me since the very beginning and you know what I'm doing and you know what we do, then you know what we do and it makes sense. But if you're a newcomer, like if you just found me and you wanted to see what we do or get into the subscription boxes or see what is going on with the doll shop or whatnot. When you went to our website, it was just a ton of words, and I didn't know how to articulate in pictures and in a nice way what we do, because we do a lot of things. We do subscriptions, we do doll content, we are a doll shop, we do virtual doll conventions. We put out tons of wonderful content spanning all kinds of subjects and different areas of collecting. And we are an eclectic group of people, and I work with other people, and I sometimes travel and do wonderful doll content. And there's so much that's going on. We don't do one thing. And our website felt like it was just like a hive of all kinds of information without knowing exactly what it was. So I've been working really hard to make it really beautiful, and I am so excited. I have put in so much work just inputting a lot of things. So we have a new video gallery that you can scroll, and there's different categories that you can click on, and you can see all the content from our videos from years and years and years, all of our virtual events. The videos start at around 2020. Oops, it's my dad. Hang on one second. Hi, Dad.
No big deal. I just got back from my walk, but your side gate was...
Oh.
I don't think those dogs would go anywhere, but...
I don't either. Could you close it?
Wide open. I mean, it was all the way back as far as it would go.
Wild.
I don't know. I'm just reporting it into you to let you know what was going on. It's closed now.
Oh, I'll ask Derek about it.
Wide open like that.
I'll ask Derek about it. Thank you. Okay, bye. That's my dad. And it's really nice to live next door to your dad because our side gate was wide open, and I have 2 English bulldogs, and they wouldn't wander away. They're very much homebodies, but they could have, or somebody could have come in or whatever. So he locked the side gate that was wide open this morning. So who knows? But yeah, that's nice. And I've locked myself out a couple of times I did last week. I left my keys right on the counter, locked the door, and went outside, and I was locked out. And my dad living next door let me right back in. So that was very nice. But let's go back to the videos of what we're talking about. When I first started Virtual Doll Convention in the very beginning, I did not even have a YouTube channel, and I hosted and put all of the videos on Facebook, and they're in different Facebook groups. I'm trying to figure out where those are and which ones I put on YouTube and which some of that content is still just pretty much in Facebook, and I can't even get some of that out of the groups. It's kind of hard. That's the earliest content. That was in 2019, where I did a lot of early content. But beginning in 2020, I opened my YouTube channel and I started putting all the content on Facebook and YouTube. So now all those videos that are in our video gallery on our website start around that time. There's hundreds of videos. There's over 1,000 videos on my YouTube channel, but I'm pulling in a lot of the videos on our video gallery on our website that pertain to events. So it's a lot of the wonderful, amazing content that we have made over the years that are for virtual doll convention events. So you can click on the different events categories and it'll pull up all the videos from that event, which is so fun. Or you can click our most recent videos tab and you can see the most recent videos that we have put out. So a lot of those are going to be product videos, doll videos, fun videos, but you can see everything that way. You can of course go to our YouTube channel, which has the most content, but this is a really, really good start. I think it is such a nice way to be able to browse our videos and see what we do in a nice, compact, kind of pretty way. I've spent days on it and I think it's been so worth it. So I'd love you to check out our website. It's virtualdollconvention.com and poke around. We have an About Us page and I'm still fleshing it out and adding photos and doing different things and improving it and trying to improve the SEO and all the search stuff, like all the behind the photo names and all those things. But it's been my project for this entire week, so I really wanted to share with you and see what you thought about our new website. So take a look and let me know. So anyway, that's been a thing. That was an investment, and I think it was a very good investment. I am just trying my best as a small business owner to make the very best decisions that I can for our shop and for our team and for what we do here. I try very hard to balance without trying to spend too much money or too little money. I want to make everything amazing and wonderful, but I don't want to buy too much and then have too much on the, it's a big balancing act, and it's something that I have really learned a lot about over the last several of years of being a doll shop owner and balancing all of it. The biggest thing is I want my team to feel appreciated and compensated well for their wonderful efforts, which they do. It's just, I could not do any of it without my team. This entire week, I did not come into the doll shop. I actually worked from home so I could dedicate fully to working on the website. When I'm here, I do a very important job here. I'm here most of the time, but I do have tons of different things and distractions, and I can't just sit there and stare and work on the computer. I just can't. And so I worked from home doing it. Literally didn't even change. I would get up to go to the bathroom and to get something to eat and then be working on it. And it felt really, really, really good. Again, we're just trying to do the best we can and make the best decisions that we can. It's exciting, and we're working very hard on our upcoming subscriptions and what we're doing and trying to do all that. Some people email and ask and worry about the situation with tariffs and all of those things. And I have not, since all of this started, we have not gotten a doll delivery yet. Robert said that he's working on it and trying to figure out what we're going to do and how we're going to do it, but he wants to have a meeting soon. But my plan for everything is to just stabilize, like just keep us all stable, because I know for so many of us, dolls are so incredibly important. And for you, I don't want you to have to stop buying. And for us, I don't want you to stop buying from us. Like, we all have to kind of work together to make this work, which is in terms of you doing what makes you happy and buying things that help your wellness and your self-esteem and your sense of worth and well-being, which is a lot of times tied to buying the things that we love and that make us feel good, which for a lot of my community and my customers, that is dolls. And then us being able to withstand and make enough money to be able to meet our bills and to continue to do what we do. So my plan is to just stay strong and to make the best decisions that I can with everything. So when I look at everything, I think, okay, you know, it's sometimes really hard when I'm thinking, do we need those 600 purses? And yes, a lot of times we do, because that purse is what Christopher put for our subscription, not next month, but the month after. He said it was the purse that we ordered. He said she needed it to spiritually complete the outfit, and I about died, because if he's going to tell me she needs it spiritually to complete her outfit, that is a hard yes. And so we ordered them immediately. So anyway, I just thought that was funny. But not next month, but the month after, for the Ella and Wild subscription, you're going to see a purse with something in it that was spiritually needed. And so Christopher designed that whole outfit, and you're just going to see. but I want to be with you for the long haul and to be doing this forever. I truly, we're going to be in the coming years really trying to do different things and go different places and have so much fun and keep reinventing ourselves. I have reinvented myself so many times because I've had to. Businesses need to evolve and to stay fresh and to keep offering things that people will want to buy again and again and again. Unless you sell one thing that people need to buy over and over, the same thing, then that's fine, like groceries or something. But for the doll community, we need to be offering new and fresh and different and innovative things all the time. And we're working so hard on that. Sometimes it is very stressful, especially in a subscription, because we'll put out something that we're so excited about and so proud of, and then there'll be a couple people that don't like it, which is totally normal. We expect that. But I want everyone to like it. And what you want and what you get in life is usually not the same. And that's okay, because I'm on a subscription. Did I tell you about my fish subscription? I can't remember if I shared with you about that, but I started a fish subscription. It's a tinned fish subscription, and every month I get 3 different types of tinned fish. So different kinds of fish in tins, and they're all upscale from different parts of the world. I get smoked fish, mussels, anything from the sea that comes in a tin. So the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because when I say not everyone's gonna like it, there's been a couple of fish flavors that I was like, I wouldn't buy this again. But it was fun to try, and it was fun to get, and I enjoyed opening it, and I enjoyed opening my heart and mind to trying something new and trying this fish along with the rest of the community. And that's the same thing about the doll subscription. You are taking a chance, not too big of a chance, because we are fashionistas here. We are experts in what we do, and we absolutely would never stick you with anything that we didn't personally love. I mean, we don't just like throw spaghetti at the wall and see what sticks with the subscription. As you know, we work out a year to a year and a half to sometimes even more in advance, meticulously planning every detail of the subscription. So when you get something, it's all planned out. But anyway, we work really hard. So I'm on a fish subscription, and it is fun. I signed up for 3 months, and I'm probably going to continue, because here's what happened. When I get the box, then we'll have family dinner, and I'll open up the different tins, and then we read what's on the card, and then we're all eating it and talking about it. And that's really fun. And that's what I know and envision a lot of people doing, like with the doll subscriptions, is they have Doll Club, and they bring their dolls and they talk about it. Or Doll Club comes over, my wonderful friend Donna over in Florida. Hi, Donna. She does the Dilly Dollars Doll Club meeting every month, and every month all the ladies and the gentlemen and people in her club, they come over and they love to see what the dolls are wearing that month, and so she gets to show it off. And then I know a lot of us are not in doll clubs. You don't have doll clubs. You don't have that kind of thing. So that's why you're a part of the community with the subscription, is because that you're tied to that. We're all getting the same thing. We're all enjoying it. We're all trying it on our different dolls. Some people YouTube their unboxings and what they think and what doll they put it on, and then especially when they post it in the comments, it's so fun. And so I really believe in it. I really believe in the community and what a doll subscription could do to change the way people collect. And that's why I took a big chance in 2020 to spend more money than I had to spend on this, was to get my first year of subscription products for Grace. And I had been doing antique dolls my entire life with my mom, and to invest that kind of money for something that I had planned to launch in 10 months was terrifying. It was terrifying, but I believed in it. I really did. And so many of you that are still on the subscription, and people have taken time off and whatnot. Our life and circumstances absolutely changed, and we totally understand that. But a lot of you, like my friend Marcy, who just had a birthday, she's been on it since the very, very first box, and she still posts all her box and she buys it. And, you know, God bless you guys for doing this and having fun and taking a chance, and for buying from all the creators that are all over Facebook and Marketplace and Etsy and doll shows that are making the thing. Dolls are just so incredibly important to our overall wellness and our well-being and our self-esteem and our confidence, our emotional well-being. What I love about dolls is so many things, but they are a perfect bridge between fantasy and reality. They really are. They're that bridge that steps you over either way. And your doll can be and project and do whatever you want it to do. It can be any race, it can love anyone, it can go anywhere, it can keep you company in any way that you want. And they're just such beautiful and wonderful companions that hold a lot of our memories and our experiences right inside of them. And when I look around here and I see all of our wonderful dolls and how I collected them and what I was feeling when I got them, or why I bought them, or what I saw in that doll that made me want to buy it, and they're all together. The vintage, the antiques, the modern dolls that are my mom's that she bought when she was my age, dolls that I bought, dolls that people walked in here with, just all of them. Our own dress dolls, here's our Grace that started it all for us, and Elowin who changed the game for us, and all of our wonderful dolls and antiques. It just makes me feel a lot more grounded and happy, and I hope that that's what the dolls do for you. Dolls are for everybody. I've said that again, but I'm never going to quit saying it, because I think that we need to be reminded when we see things on the news or stuff that seems to be canceled or taken away. The thing about dolls is they're never gonna take them from us. We're always gonna have our dolls, and we're always going to exist, and we're always going to be people who love dolls, and we don't apologize for that, and we enjoy what we do. And we enjoy what we put our life and our energy and our money and our time into, and that is a very valuable and rewarding thing. So if you're a doll collector and you're watching this, if you're doll curious and you're watching this, just know that you're doing such a brave and wonderful thing for yourself to be a doll collector, and you're part of a community that understands that dolls are love, and people are love, and just being a part of a community that is just so accepting and loving. I have never encountered more wonderful people than I have in the doll community, from every gender, from every race, from everything. When you go to doll conventions or you hang out in groups, the amount of talent that all of the different people bring to the table, and the breath of fresh air that you encounter from people with different backgrounds that are just open to everyone being who they are and letting them be who they are, I think it's just a phenomenal group of people to be around. And the fact that we get to cater and be around you so much and look forward to events that are going to be happening this year, like UFDC in July, and then we're going to the Ohio National Doll Show in October. We get to see you and hug you, and when you're in a room full of people that share your same ideals and share your same loves and the things that you like to collect and do, maybe you don't collect the same thing, or maybe you don't even have the same taste at all in fashion, but we can all appreciate and learn from each other, and learn and talk to each other. I think it's everything. It feels really good to me. And when I get the emails from all of you, and sometimes you send cards in the mail and tell me what's going on and share with me photos of your collection, it's just everything. I just really appreciate it so much. And I think that you're all just wonderful people and so talented, and you have so much life experience and wise insights and wonderful things to share. I think that, when some of you share, it's like you have so much to offer. And when we can come together as a community and really learn from each other, it's wonderful. So as you know, we have a community here. If you don't have community out there online or whatever, this one is online, and it extends to all of you, and you can be however you want to be. One thing I heard somebody say is that the sun doesn't ask for permission to rise every day, it just does. And as doll people, that's what we do. As doll collectors of every type, we don't ask for permission to be doll collectors and to be who we are and do what we do. We just do, and that's never going to be taken from us. So just remember always that you are loved, and that you are doing the right thing by leaning into the things that make you happy and give you joy. Anything that you can do, anything that you can do to give you a spark of joy. It's okay to have dual emotions. I learned that a lot when my mom passed away, is because I had a lot of things that were happening that were very exciting. I was launching a subscription. My mom passed away in 2020, and then I got pregnant in 2021. So I was pregnant and mourning. I was excited about the future and sad about the past. And those two emotions can coexist. So just remember that it's okay to have pockets of joy and to feel excited and looking forward to something while also dealing with other things that are going on too. So joy and pain can exist right next to each other. And that's one of the things sometimes we have to learn and remind ourselves, is that leaning into the good when it comes is really important. But I didn't mean to sound like Mr. Rogers in this, but I love Mr. Rogers. So if I at all sounded like that, then good for me. Mr. Rogers, I miss him so much. He was just such a wonderful, wonderful person, and the way that he talked with children about feeling their emotions and what do you do with your mad. I thought that was so good. Like Holland Diane's been having things lately where she's been throwing things, and that's what she's been doing with her mad. So we talk about different ways that it's okay to feel mad and be angry, but we're gonna figure out different ways and things that we can do with our mad instead of throwing the plate of food or whatever. She's just exploring her emotions and learning about what she wants to do with them. So she's been doing really, really, really well. So anyway, next week, which is this week while this is airing, we're gonna be going over to Derek's studio, which is the building that we bought. It's actually still decorated from our October Tonnerfest. Don't tell anybody. And we're going to be cleaning all of that out because Derek's going to start over the next couple of months getting ready to get in there. So that is a really big deal. He's been working so hard on it and just spending so much money and making lots of payments on that kiln and doing it little by little. We couldn't just buy it and move in. The building needed a tremendous amount of renovation. And then he's been investing in a new kiln and just taking baby steps on that because it was really expensive and just going little by little. So it's going to be a really big deal when he can finally get in there, and it's just taking some time, but we're going to get that all cleaned out and then get everything back over here from that event. But that was so much fun. So we're going to do that. And then in the next couple of weeks, we are of course going to be launching our March subscription boxes, which we have some wonderful surprises for you, and new dolls that are also going to be coming. And I'm going to be chatting with Robert soon and getting some more samples and details on what is coming up next. So we're all very excited and looking forward to that. And of course, we're always working to develop new content and put out things that are just fun and exciting for the doll community. And I hope that through what we do on a daily basis and the energy that we put out there and our past content that you can always revisit, I hope that that reminds you that you always have a friend in dolls. And our community and what we do, we always want it to make it feel like a friend is just stopping by, or that you could just drop in anytime, and we always have coffee or tea for you and a seat, and you can just hang out with us. We're the type of friends that instead of having where if you were going to hang out, it was this big planned thing, is that we would just get together and go to the grocery store together, and chat and catch up. Or we would just get together and go to the flea market and chill and just be relaxed. That's the kind of friends that we want to be on all of our videos and content and emails to you. And I think that we do that because when I make content and when I send out emails, I literally write it as if I am just talking to a friend, because that's what you are to me. So I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for being a part of this video and chatting with me a little bit about life and what's been going on. I always love to hear, so make sure to send me those emails and show me your doll collections and your recent projects and tell me what's on your mind. And I will see you very soon. And remember, we're your doll besties. Dolls are for everybody, and we love you so much. We'll see you very soon. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.